maximum effort. All right, so we're at the end of the week, and well, obviously, we're gonna recap it. Um, we have on the screen, I guess I could just point right here, 12/7, which is December 7th, post week recapitulate. Why am I even doing this? It's okay. It's Latin, and obviously we could see where us Englishmen took the word recap and just yeah left the rest, just like my last name, Salon. Like, bro, we have theories that our last name was not even theories. I think that it's true. It was like Salongamanum something, and yeah, when we came to America, they just took Salon and left it. But besides the point, we're gonna recap what happened this week and just in general in my life. And then, of course, we'll go over the charts. And also, we're going to just plant a little seed right now because there's still a lot of time before we come to this. But there's a big decision that is coming up in February. And we need to start really weighing the pros and cons and seeing the best course of action that I need to take for myself and my life going forward in my career. So, with that being said, let's get to it. Okay. Okay, summarizing the week. Um, First and foremost, it's beginning to get a lot colder. On Sunday, I spent the day with my sister at a top golf kind of thing, and my gosh, I could barely swing the club. I was shanking left and right, and I can blame the weather, I could blame the player, and I'm gonna blame the weather because that shit is not cool. I did hit some really good shots though, so I was like, all right, I'll take it. But point being, the only reason I say that is so that you know what time of the year it is. It's December, of course, and it's Medford, Oregon, so Southern Oregon. It's pretty cold, but it does get colder in other places, so keep that in mind. I guess just don't just acknowledge it. That's all I ask. Um, my next point is the fact that life can turn on a flip. Monday night, something happened that I didn't think would have such a big effect on me. I was wrong. I was completely wrong. And Tuesday, I spent the day in shambles. Like, I was haywire, head racing off on 1,000,000 miles per hour, and I just could not get my stuff together. And it bled into my work, and it bled into just what I was doing. And anyone that kind of got near me, they can kind of feel that. I feel like they could. But Wednesday, made up for it. Um, what it did help me do was bring me closer to God, and it actually made me do stuff that I just normally don't really do. Um, I went to the gym a couple. Oh, hold on. I'm glad I caught this early. You're not getting me again. But I started going to the gym again. I've been busting out the pull-up bar, trying to get my back right. Wink, wink. And yeah, I'm cooking more. I'm making sure that I have meal preps for work. Like this whole entire work week, I've had a solid meal when it comes to lunch. I haven't bought a single thing, and I'm trying to keep it that way for December, which is why after this, I'm going to go to Winco, grab some ingredients that I need, and cook up my next dish. But yeah, like just being prepared and kind of getting an understanding of what my week is looking like, and then plan accordingly. You know what I mean? So it can be as routine as I want, but sometimes life will just throw you a curveball and you have to sit on it or adjust and swing. But don't expect a home run off of it. You might just get a base hit and be okay with that. You just got to be okay with that. Um, I'm glad that I can look back in retrospect at the end of the week and say, wow, that happened and here's how I dealt with it. And I'm glad I am here today um, because I am a big, big hater of regret. And I just couldn't imagine what would happen if I didn't do a couple things. But here we are now. Everything's good. We're back where we need to be. And our priorities are straight. So we got to keep going. And that brings me to my next bullet point, which is what I'm going to be focusing on the remainder of the month. Um, and that's just going to be getting better, getting, as my boss man says, getting 2% better every day, whether it be at work or just in life in general. Find something that you can improve on. And what I realize is that I can be waking up a lot earlier. And I don't know why I forgot this. Well, I do know because I got lost and along the way, um, just forgot just normal basic, how I was raised and how you should be operating. Um, but yeah, man, like think about like school when you would go to sleep at like 1 in the morning and have to get up at 6:37 to be at class at 7:20. Like, like if I'm waking up at 11, 12 every day, I'm going to sleep at like the same time, 12 or 1, I'm wasting a lot of time. And I could be allocating that time better, which is that, what is it, fifth bullet point? Um, yeah, like I could be putting in more effort. You know what I mean? So just getting better, trying to end 2024 on a good note, and yeah, just leave it all out there. I think that's something that Coach Bryson used to say to me a lot. It's just like, are you going out there just to play, or are you trying to leave it all out there? And like it's the last time you ever step foot on the court. And I don't think I could truly appreciate those words until I couldn't step on a court anymore, for a real game. Um, but yeah, like I'm just trying to leave it all out there every single day and not worry about tomorrow, because Jesus says that. He says, today has enough demons of its own. Focus on today. Let tomorrow's demons be tomorrow's demons. So, yeah, I think with the strength that Christ provides and his eternal fountain, you could be great every single day. And yeah, you might be super tired and fatigued, but you're still going to get up and do that and leave it all on the floor. And if you do that continuously over time, man, like that's a masterpiece in the making. So I'm I'm trying to be more like that, be more like my father figure, Jesus. Um, and yeah, that kind of takes out the next couple bullet points I was going to talk about: the work week, time and allocation. One thing I want to talk about in the work week is this is, me and um, whatever relationship I have with you. I'm going to say, like, okay, yeah, I do this for work, and I'm a lead clerk at Winco. And this week, after months of trying to get on this, I got on the forklift this week. And oh my gosh, nothing's been harder to operate. But I am a very quick learner. That's something I said in my interview while becoming a lead clerk, is that I am willing to adapt. Um, and this week, I adapted because, man, like, it's steering with two hands. It's not, you know, left and then foot. It's left and then forward, or left and forward, and then it's inverted as well. So, oh my gosh, like, it's a whole thing, but I'm not trusting it, because you really do get the hang of it once you get used to it. And once you realize it's a vehicle and like it has wheels, it's like you're driving a car kind of. So, yeah, it's not that bad. Today, on Saturday, I'm going to be using the forks now, which is kind of hard, but just gotta remember that knobble, not the what knob? No, I can't remember the name of it, but like it's like a. Why am I blanking? My gosh, hold on. I think scale is probably the best word I can use to describe it, because like you scale it up and down. It makes the forks go up and back, and then you can elevate it with the kind of flick, and then put it back, and then you could tell. Yeah, like I'm just, you know, reviewing the info, but yeah. A final point before we get into the charts is growing closer to God, and that has been the kind of memo this week. Like, I need to be drawing closer to Him, because I realize how much power some earthly things have control over me, and that's a big issue. It's a very big issue. Like, of course, I care about stuff, um, but I think that like God needs to be the center of everything. And if I feel some type of way, that means I don't have full trust in Him. Um, and this is why the Bible is very paradoxical, because it does say to question everything and to prove everything, but it also says to trust in Him completely. So it's like, okay, which one am I gonna do right now? But yeah, like I'm really interested in continuing my faith journey, and I know life with God and I know life without God, and it's so much better with Him. Creator of everything, man. Think about it. Just think about how grand that is versus you just being you all alone. Right now, bro, we are all connected. So let's keep moving. All right, so this week was NFP week, meaning non-farm payroll. It's just employment. Happens the first Friday of every single month, and today was that week. On Monday, I pointed out to you right over here that I wanted to see price touch the top of this inversion fair value gap and not go below this midpoint, which is the consequent encroachment, and then head higher to these relative equal highs, as well as 21,081. Shout out Kobe. I know you remember that. I had not mentioned that this was an overzealous target, but we went there for a fat hurry. On Monday, I saw that this candle kind of took off all of our objectives, and I wasn't interested in anything else for the rest of the week. Mind you that this happened during a news driver, so I couldn't even trade it during my silver bullet time, which is from 10 o'clock. Yeah, the rest of the week, I really wasn't interested in much. I checked my charts on Wednesday, and I saw this, and I was like, okay, like, yeah, we hit new all-time high, so sweet. And then Thursday, we had a down close candle after 4 consecutive days of up close. And then Friday continued with the close near the high, which is very manipulative, because if you think about it, we have the low of the week right here, the open, the high, and the close right next to the high. So literally only about 13 handles away. So not very cool in my opinion. That's why I don't trade NFP week like that. But anyway, projection versus what happened. I just kind of ran through that. You guys know what I projected. I have timestamps on these videos, so go back to the video I made on December 1st and you'll see exactly what I said. None of this it can't be manipulated because it was posted like when it was posted, and now today's today. So oh yeah, sneak peek next week. What do I think is going to happen next week? Probably think that we'll go into this what is it, a PD array, and into this imbalance. That's what it is, an imbalance. Thank you. But of course, we're going to take out last week's high first. That's just first and foremost. Like, think about where we're going to open, and we'll probably just take out last week's high just for liquidity before we go lower, because that's the way it always works. Think about the market maker sell model and buy model. Liquidity taken first, then the move happens. Liquidity taken, retracement. Like, it's always happening, this battle. And yeah, is there anything else? I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, no, that's it. So thank you for tuning in. This week was a roller coaster of fucking nutballs, but we're going to continue to get better as we always do. Just give yourself a slap on the hand, a slap on the face, whatever you need to do. Get your focus right and keep moving forward. Let the past be lessons and just keep moving forward. Like I already talked it out with the person, man, she just makes me smile. But oh man, I had to really just dial it back and realize where I was wrong. And the scariest part of it, which is very dangerous, was that I thought I was right. And this is why being a man of God is very important, because you need to humble yourself, and then you'll be exalted. Because if you exalt yourself, then you'll be humbled. Because I was exalting myself. I thought I could be this total big person, and I was trying to kind of enforce my ideals onto her when I had no place for that. Like, she's still relatively new to me, and like, I might think one way, but I could be wrong too. And the scary part is I think I'm right. So it's important to stay humble and keep an open mind. And yeah, man, be forgiving when you do cross that line, because you'd want others to do the same for you. So, especially the ones you care about. And that being said, that's all I have. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you tomorrow.